Hi, Nick. Thanks
Eh,
for sharing your testimony.
I looked in a lot of other different types of things that were supposed to, they say, hey, we're going to support veterans and this and that. Um, and there were two programs that really went above and beyond, and Vets2PM was definitely one of them. I really didn't even get any hits on my resume until I had PMP pending on there. So, that was that was a little while ago, but it definitely helped out. It really what it did is it helped me learn the language because I think on the military side you're saying one thing, and civilian side you're saying something else, but it means the same thing, So whether it's a key person or a stakeholder, it's like you're in the military, like what's a stakeholder? So but you just need, once you understand the language, it becomes a lot easier to understand everything, and then of course to properly do your resume and really just understand what's going on with everything. So
Our courses really help you bridge the gap between what you did in the military and how to translate that into the civilian sector. But we also include the complete career services suite. So the resume and interview training and LinkedIn. And so
yeah,
I know that was a long time ago, but talk about your experience with the career services.
it was. Yeah, I mean, one of them being, like you mentioned, the interview process, and really, I mean, they don't really prep you that well. I mean, you go through the TAPS or TAMS class, whatever they call it now. It's for like a week, and it's just a fire hose effect as far as what's
Yeah.
like getting out, right? Because the military does a great job of obviously training you for your job when you're in, but when you transition back to civilian life and everything, it's definitely different, and you need more than a week. And so a lot of guys will go a year later when you've had a chance to look at what a resume is and look at what this is, and so it was it was just a good learning process, and definitely that interview prep was, I think there was like a 4-hour program on it.
Yep.
And I mean, you needed all of it, let me tell you. But just little examples of what to ask for, how to negotiate. And so that was very, very helpful as far as just figuring that whole thing out. Because once you land, I mean, the real thing is to land the interview. If you can do that and nail it, then that's it. You got a job. So
Yeah. So what is Nick doing now? So I know that you've had some time from 2019 to now, but I'd love to hear about maybe your transition story and how you are achieving your meaningful and lucrative post-service career.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I'd done some supporting of other project managers when I first retired and everything, and I just kind of noticed I was kind of sitting behind the desk too much a little bit, and I need to get back outside again. And it's not like you can look online, at least very accurately, for an outside type of job, right? I mean,
Yeah.
where do you see that? So I've always either been on a rifle range or a flight line, it seems. So uh, I knew the firearms training type of industry and everything. Not much of a money maker, depending on what you want to do. And so, anyways, I got my feet going with that. In fact, a little while later, I got through another program that helped us with develop certain types of or setting up a business, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, and again, just kind of learning the language. I understood that, but not long after that, I'm not sure if you're familiar with roof rejuvenation or not, but it's a new type of thing where you can extend the life of current roofs and everything. And I got involved with that. I've been doing that for the last 6 years, owner operator here in Fredericksburg. And it's been going great. I mean, I'm outside
Yeah.
when I need to be. Of course, you have your inside days where you're doing some paperwork and all that, but get to set your schedule. I mean, being a business owner it's been great. I mean, it's got its challenges, definitely pros and cons and everything. But as you learn through them, it's the challenge I think that I needed at the time, and you still learn stuff day to day. So it's been going great. I like it.
That's good. Yeah, there's so many resources out there. So for
Yeah.
those military service members and veterans that are trying to kind of decide, which resource should I invest my time, my energy, and maybe even my money or my entitlements into,
Right.
what would you tell them about Vets2PM?
Yeah, again, it's really it's to me anyways, the real thing that helped out with was the language barrier at first, because if you can't speak it, I mean, how can you communicate with anybody really? So that helped out quite a bit. And just being able to understand how a deployment preparation or some other thing, running a project or a program within your squadron, let's say with weight and balance or support equipment or something like that. And like, hey, I used to do that. Well, guess what? That's project management, and this is how to schedule maintenance on that, or do certain functions, and how that relates to outside of it. Because I'll tell you, I didn't know really anything about business at all, but this definitely helped. Again, grease the skids for it, I guess, and really help me along with in that path.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really the key, is just to kind of learn how to communicate and translate your experience, and then
Yep.
also be able to learn this globally recognized sort of vernacular that transcends from industry to industry. And so once you earn a professional certification like the PMP or the business development program or ACP, whatever, HR, whatever it may be, now you're able to speak in terms that everyone's going to understand, because regardless of what a lot of veterans say, it's like we are the 0.78% of the nation. So we have to do a lot of adjustment in order to be understood, right, and taken seriously. So
Right.
all right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your testimony.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. I appreciate it.